disease project, I chose mad cow disease, which is a neurological disease that mainly affects cows, which is called bovine spongiform disease. But whenever humans eat the infected meat, they can get Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. So mad cow disease is a genetic mutation that happens inside of a cow's brain. It's whenever the proteins change shape, which creates a domino effect, and then all the proteins are changed into the cow's brain, and there's no going back from it. There's no cure, and there's no treatment, because it always ends in death, sadly. Some signs and symptoms for BSE specifically is loss of coordination in a cow's, nervousness, aggression, and sometimes it makes them not be able to walk, like their back legs just won't work and they just constantly fall. And then whenever it comes to humans, for CJD, they get memory loss, and sometimes they have dementia or memory loss. Some diagnosis, or the way to diagnose it is in a cow after they die, you can take a sample of their brain and put it underneath a microscope, and it will be like more spongy and have a bunch of air pockets because the brain is deteriorated. And then the same thing for a human, you can do that, except for it would be more like shrunken down and spongy because again, it was deteriorated, but it takes longer for it to kill a human than it takes to kill a cow. So the first outbreak, or the first case, was in the United Kingdom, and it started off with just one cow, but back then, whenever an animal got sick and died, they would just feed it to the other animals. So then it passed it to all the other animals, and then those animals were later fed to humans, which passed it around, and over 184,000 cows and people died within a span of 10 years from this disease. Some ways that mad cow disease is prevented, specifically in the United States, is that they started to ban feeding infected meat to cows and other humans, and then eventually that wasn't working well enough, so they just banned completely using any brain or spinal cord that comes from a cow, which is where the disease originates, so that way it's more effective. That's my question.
Okay. What's the most important thing you learned about communicable diseases?
I learned that there's always like ways to prevent things, and sometimes it's just a quick Google search and it can save your life one day.
Why is this information important for society and their community?
It shows that even though sometimes a lot of people believe that it's hard to trust the government, one way that we can trust them is through the FDA, because they found a way that things were getting through and they stopped it. So whenever it comes to our food, they care.
How will you use this knowledge in the future?
Now that it's not really a problem now, I would use it more of just a fun fact, because I mean, I think mad cow disease is kind of a funny name and everyone would love to learn about it. I think it's cool.
Good job.